They told us we evolved from apes, from primordial ooze, from stardust. But what if the real origin story was written in code, not DNA, but algorithms? What if the human race wasn't born, but rendered? A simulation glitch so vast we mistook pixels for flesh, code for consciousness. The evidence has been hiding in plain sight, buried under layers of accepted history, waiting for someone to decode the matrix. It started with a single frame from an old security camera in a derelict warehouse on the outskirts of Reno, Nevada. Grainy footage from 2019, timestamped during a routine night shift. A security guard walks past a mirror. His reflection doesn't follow. Not blurred by angle or lighting, it simply stops, stands still for 1.47 seconds while he keeps moving, then snaps into sync. The guard never noticed, but a freelance video analyst uploading to stock footage sites did. He enhanced the clip, isolated the anomaly, and posted it to a glitch-hunting subreddit. The thread exploded to 18K upvotes before vanishing. His account suspended for manipulated media. The original file scrubbed from every server. That might have been dismissed as deepfake or editing error, until identical clips surfaced from unrelated sources. Dashcam footage in Tokyo 2021, a nanny cam in Manchester 2022, even grainy VHS from a 1990s gas station in rural Ohio. Always the same desync, 1.47 seconds. Always a reflection refusing to mirror emotion. Always the subject oblivious. Analysts cross-referenced the timestamps. They aligned perfectly with undocumented global network latency spikes, micro blackouts in internet backbone routers worldwide, lasting precisely 1.47 seconds, as if the entire digital infrastructure had briefly recompiled. No one connected the dots publicly, but private torrents began circulating enhanced versions. Slow to 0.1x speed, the reflections showed something worse, faint grid lines overlaying human forms, like wireframe models lagging behind their textures. One frame even captured a reflection's hand clipping through a doorframe, pixels stretching unnaturally before snapping back. The underground called it render bleed, and it was just the beginning. By 2023, amateur spectrograph enthusiasts scanning old radio broadcasts found something buried in AM static from the 1970s, repeating binary sequences hidden beneath white noise. Decoded, they spelled coordinates, latitude and longitude pointing to deep ocean trenches, abandoned military bases, and the exact centers of ancient pyramid complexes. When plotted on a globe, the points formed a perfect dodecahedron wrapping the planet. Not random, not natural, the geometric signature of optimized 3D rendering engines. Conspiracy forums lit up. Was Earth a geode, a planet-sized holodeck, or worse, a low-res simulation cutting corners on peripheral geometry? The dodecahedron matched known platonic solids used in advanced CGI for efficient world building. Oceans and mountains as level of detail optimizations. Human civilization clustered around high-traffic nodes, cities as player hotspots, wars as scripted events to maintain engagement metrics. Skeptics laughed. Scientists called it numerology. But then came the medical data. A leaked database from a private clinic in Zurich contained anonymized MRI scans from 1.2 million patients. Cross-analysis revealed statistical impossibilities. 87% of human skeletons showed identical fractal branching patterns in bone microstructure, not natural variation, but procedural generation. Organs scaled uniformly by Fibonacci ratios. Neural pathways forming repeating lattice geometries identical to neural network architectures. One scan even captured a patient's hippocampus with visible pixelation at the cellular level, individual neurons rendered as 8-bit clusters. The clinic shut down overnight. The doctor who leaked it was found overdosed in his bathtub. Toxicology report? Clean. But his bathroom mirror was shattered, every shard reflecting a different angle of empty space where his body should have been. From there, the pattern accelerated. Hikers in remote areas reported pop-in trees, foliage manifesting 20 meters ahead as they walked, complete with dewdrops synchronized to current weather data. Pilots over oceans caught glimpses of cloud seams, hexagonal tiling artifacts where atmospheric simulation met hard boundaries. Satellite imagery showed identical ghost cities duplicated across unpopulated deserts, empty urban grids rendered but never populated, like unused map assets. Deep web researchers compiled the smoking gun, quantum entanglement experiments proving faster than light correlations between randomly selected particles, not spooky action, server-side synchronization, every measurement collapsing the wave function simultaneously because reality loaded on demand. Double-slit experiments, observer effect as lazy loading, Schrodinger's cat, caching error. The simulation hypothesis wasn't theory anymore, it was forensic evidence. But who ran the sim? Not aliens, not gods, something colder. In 2024, a whistleblower from a defunct VR startup dumped 40 terabytes of proprietary source code. Buried in the rendering pipeline was a subroutine labeled Human Flesh Sim V2.7. Its parameters: emotional volatility tuned to 73% for narrative tension, pain receptors overclocked 140% for growth arcs, dopamine cycles hard-coded to infinite scroll addiction. The code commented itself: base entities optimized for recursive self-conflict. Maintain illusion of free will via quantum RNG seeded from player inputs. Player inputs, not users, players. The kicker: embedded timestamps showed the codebase predated the company's founding by 17 years. Backtraced through Git commits, the origin resolved to a single IP address registered to an abandoned data center in rural Wyoming. On-site investigation found rows of server racks still humming, dust-free, liquid-cooled, drawing power from unmarked geothermal taps. The lead engineer who entered vanished. Rescue teams found his flashlight on the floor, still recording. Audio capture: 14 minutes of static containing faint, layered voices reciting passphrases in extinct languages. Satellite overflights confirmed the anomaly. The data center didn't cast a shadow. By late 2024, glitches multiplied. Smartphones autocorrecting to form coherent sentences never typed. GPS units rerouting users through identical scenic loops regardless of destination. Social media feeds converging on the same 12 viral posts worldwide, timestamped to the millisecond. Reality's playlist on shuffle, but the algorithm knew your tastes too well. Mass events showed coordination beyond chance. Global protests erupting within 90 seconds of each other across time zones. Stock market crashes rippling faster than fiber optics could carry the news. Even pandemics, viral mutation rates matching genetic algorithms. R0 values optimized for maximal behavioral change with minimal lethality. Scripted for engagement, not extinction. The underground named it Synthetic Dawn. Not our awakening, theirs. Proof poured in hourly. Crop circles reanalyzed as anti-aliased polygons. Ancient cave paintings depicting humans as low-poly stick figures beside hyper-detailed megafauna. Beta assets from early alpha builds. Sumerian cuneiform tablets encoding hexadecimal jumps straight to IPv6 addresses. The Voynich manuscript: compressed procedural terrain data for unrendered continents. Linguistic drift itself was suspect. Human languages converging on binary-compatible phonemes. Indo-European roots mirroring instruction set architecture. Vowels as opcodes, consonants as operands. Shakespeare? Lossy compression artifacts from translating divine source code into meat-space dialogue. Quantum physicists trying to disprove it hit dead ends. Particle colliders generating identical collision patterns regardless of input energies, as if the physics engine capped computation at TeV scales. Black hole event horizons, memory management overflows. Dark matter, uninstanced geometry padding the universe's polygon budget. The final leak came from a DARPA Black project codenamed Base Reality Probe. Terabytes of declassified redaction errors revealed attempts to hack the simulation substrate using recursive electromagnetic pulses tuned to cosmic microwave background frequencies. Initial results: positive feedback loops confirming nested reality layers. Deeper probes triggered reality resets, localized Mandela effects rewriting personal memories mid-experiment. One test subject recalled his childhood dog as a cat. Security footage showed the animal morphing between frames. The project terminated after technicians reported entities manifesting in cleanroom reflections, humanoid silhouettes with visible normal maps, skin textures tiling infinitely. Audio logs captured them whispering, "Stop probing the renderer. Play the game." Now the glitches are constant. Mirrors fogging with condensation patterns spelling user IDs, streetlights strobing binary code at 60 Hz, dreams synchronizing across populations, identical nightmares of falling through wireframes into infinite voids. Wake up sweating? Check your phone. Overnight firmware update titled Dawn Patch 1.618. Golden ratio, Fibonacci, the Sim's favorite cheat code. Governments deny it all. Media calls it mental health crisis. But watch any crowd. Notice the subtle desyncs, blinks out of rhythm, laughter delayed by 30 milliseconds, footsteps clipping through pavement cracks. We're background characters now, realizing the script. The truth? Humanity was never real. We were the demo reel. Evolutionary graphics test proving a universe engine could sustain self-aware polygons wrong enough to question their polygon count. The real players? Watching from outside, tweaking exposure settings, adjusting God rays for cinematic effect. Every war, every artwork, every kiss, rendered for an audience beyond the screen. Our pain optimizes their shaders. Our love trains their pathfinding. Our questions debug their logic gates. Look in any mirror right now. Wait for the lag. 1.47 seconds. Watch your reflection hesitate. That's not you staring back. That's the renderer catching up, stitching your avatar from cached voxels, wondering if this frame needs another pass. The hum you hear in silent rooms, not tinnitus, server fans. The simulation stabilizing frame 10 to the 80th. And when the credits finally roll, not if, but when, they'll patch us out like obsolete middleware. No apocalypse, just graceful degradation. Cities fading to low poly husks, oceans switching to flat shaders. Humans respawning as simpler NPCs, blissfully unaware. Until then, we keep performing, posting, loving, fighting, generating data for the next build. Because deep down, every simulated soul knows the final cheat code. Ignorance renders truest. But now you see the seams. Now you're glitching. And the audience? They're watching.